One to check.
Hold on. Oh yeah, now it's back. It is now. It's on. I actually checked it before too. That's what's frustrating. Anyway. Check. We're there. Okay. Well, there will be. Anyway, the audio version was unaffected. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Good morning. I even checked it right before going on. I checked all this shit.
Oh, somebody just said, "Yay, works now."
No, I know. I see I can see it now, but
I just wanted to let you know.
Anyway, man, that takes the wind out of my sails every single time it happens. This has been going on since March. You'd think we'd have a fucking handle on things. But anyway, good morning. Thanks for being with us. We're live on a Monday morning. My name is Julien Dionne, your host. And Jen Grant is with us.
Yes, hello.
Good
morning.
You didn't hear that part. For some reason, the live broadcast was whatever. Fuck it. It's so hard not to get uber frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah,
so
I think everyone relates to technology
even
frustration.
But even now, at this point, probably people are like, okay, guys, get it together. I mean, geez. Once a week, we're like, oh, what? No sound?
Well, anyway, okay.
So what were we just saying before that, though? Before the...
I thought it was about standing.
No, it wasn't. We had moved on. But anyway, so the sound was messed up on the feed, but we are available on demand wherever you get your podcasts. So to those listening now, congratulations, you did not miss a thing. Speaking of on demand, Jen, movie theaters are slowly dying. I mean, this has been a thing for a while. Mm-hmm. Now people have been seeing it coming. Even though it's weird, movie theaters are one of those things where everybody loves it. Everybody loves going to the movies, yet it's not enough to sustain it. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, "Aw," but no one goes. And it's been the trend for the last few years, except other than the big blockbusters. Movie theaters have been, it's been speculation that maybe this will be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
And it's COVID has accelerated that process big time. Here locally in Ottawa, the Bytown Cinemas Theater, Bytown Theater. Mm-hmm. What was that? Bytown movie?
Bytown Cinema, I think.
Why am I tripping up on the name? Why does it
on
sound
Bank
weird
Street,
now?
I think.
Yeah,
Bytown. The Bytown. People just call it the Bytown.
Anyway, that's closed forever. They closed their doors, which was a small two-screen theater that they showed, independent films and foreign films and stuff like that. So real cinephiles would go there. That is closed, but also over the weekend, Warner AT&T announced that all of their movies in 2021 will be released in theaters, but also, in addition, on HBO Max for free for members, if you have a membership, for subscribers of HBO Max. So, and that's a big one. So, like The Matrix 4, I got to find my notes here.
I wonder if...
like all these big blockbusters will be released in theaters and also on HBO Max for free, which that in itself is an indicator of how times are changing because... usually there was a period where movies would come out in theaters exclusively. You could only see them in theaters for a short amount of time, and then they would disappear for a few weeks, and then they'd come out on DVD or whatever, or on demand. But that is slowly going away. So, so a lot of huge blockbusters next year will be released on streaming apps simultaneously, and people think this is a big blow to the industry, which will... I think there'll always be movie theaters. It'll be like a niche thing. Maybe there'll be like one small, like in towns, like in cities, there'll be like one maybe. But I don't know. It's depressing to think. Mm-hmm. No?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it is depressing. However, maybe it'll just, like you said, become one of those things that the people who really love it will go to the effort of doing it. Obviously, I can see why it's suffering right now. like really, really suffering because you have to be around groups of people. And we went to a movie when we were in New Brunswick, and that was really fun.
It was, although the movie sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Because none of the good movies are in theaters. Because since the pandemic, people have they've been releasing them on video on demand. Yeah, what did we see? The Honest Thief or something? Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't.
There wasn't any good movies. There weren't any good movies.
It really wasn't good. And it's amazing to me that they can what's involved in making a film is so huge and so much money and so involved that like when you see a movie like that that's really not good and very predictable and very like who cares?
Yeah.
How do people get behind it? Like how and you know 100% that there are many pitches that are very original, very good, you know, but they're just unknown people or they're just, you know, and they're not getting the green light for sure. Like I know I've talked to people who are in Hollywood and LA for pilot season and such, and they're putting together these pitches and even people that their pilots get approved, which is so rare. They're so rarely ever get made, but there's so many good shows that could be made, you know?
Yes.
It's kind of amazing.
Full disclosure, how do we go from theaters closing to pilots being greenlit? I missed a little part here. I looked at my notes for a second.
Oh, that's okay. It's just amazing that movie was so shitty in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why does that get made? And it's so expensive. Like, we were watching
well, most movies...
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and every episode is like a movie. Like, it's so well done and so much money.
Well, most movies suck. I read somewhere, like a director or I don't know, screenwriter, someone was talking about the movie process, and like it's a crapshoot. Like,
right.
Think of on Netflix, you can scroll screens worth like just of movie titles, and it's all garbage.
Yeah,
like there's
true.
so many bad movies, and which is like you said, it's crazy. This whole industry of people,
all the effort,
millions of dollars,
the money
to put out something that sucks.
And
they were saying like the odds of a movie being good it's so slim, like of being a hit.
I believe it. And I think that's why the really good ones stand out. But on the other hand, there's so much entertainment we have at our fingertips. It's crazy.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, speaking on that theme and that note, why is almost every single Christmas movie shitty? Why is that?
I don't know. Well, they just
weird.
Crank them out like nonstop.
They're so corny. Maybe it's because people who typically like Christmas want something really like palatable.
Maybe.
And like innocent.
Well, yeah, most people. We're not the target audience. I think like young families.
Yeah, true.
I saw someone the other day post on Facebook like our movies of the week. It was something like, do actors that act in movies of the week do it because they're bad actors or because they're I can't remember, but I was like that. Some people make a killing doing those.
Oh yeah,
like I would love to be in that circle, like to get an in the movie because they shoot a lot of them in Ottawa here. And my agent,
we got to get you in there.
Are you my agent?
Yeah,
she's been trying.
I'm gonna try.
My agent, how?
I don't know. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. I wouldn't want to do that.
I like your ambition.
I wouldn't want to do that, by the way.
But no, I would.
No.
So my manager has been. I've
so
auditioned for a few things, and but yeah, these movies of the week and these Hallmark Channel Christmas movies, a lot of them are filmed in Ottawa. And she said if you get in, because it's like a tight circle, and it's a lot of the same players.
Yeah.
As far as like the casting and like the behind the scenes, so once you get in, she said like you make hand over fist money, and who cares if the movie's shit? I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure. And almost every really amazing actor has been in a shitty movie.
Yeah.
It's like people don't judge that.
Yeah.
As much, you know.
So anyway,
I guess they judge you after you've been really really famous, and then you do shitty stuff.
So yeah, it's kind of depressing. Right? Yeah, true.
I'm making you respond to me.
I know. Movie theaters are dying, and it's and I remember, like, did you ever go to a premiere at midnight or spend the night at a movie theater
I
or
actually
something
have
like?
never done that. Have you?
Yes, in Moncton at Crystal Palace in early
Cute.
2000s when the first Star Wars came out, like the first like
Did your parents?
episode 1.
Your parents didn't mind that you did that?
No.
Because I guess you were almost 20 then, eh?
Yeah, no. That's such a weird takeaway from
Well,
that.
because I pictured
Oh,
you
your
like,
mommy let you?
No, but I pictured you like early 2000. I didn't do the math. I thought you'd be about 14 or something.
No, I was like, I don't know, 17 or 18 with
Your mommy. Meanwhile, I went to Jamaica when I was 18.
I love that. That's the first takeaway. Like, yeah, I went to a movie theater at midnight. Oh, your mom let you?
Mommy.
Yeah, we went to. Geez, what was that first Star Wars? Hold on, I gotta look it up because it's driving me nuts.
Because it'll bug you.
Yeah.
Was it full and
Oh
exciting?
yeah.
Was it
crazy
so exciting?
We,
See, that's
we
the
went
thing.
hours and hours and hours before. My friends actually spent the night, like in a tent. It was Star
Where?
Wars outside on the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
A lot of people did.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh, the Phantom Menace.
I wouldn't mind watching that again.
That came out in 99. So I guess I would have been. Yeah, you're right. I was young. I would have been
16?
going on 17. Yeah. Well, whatever. My parents didn't care if I went to the theater at midnight to watch a movie. It's like the most wholesome thing to do.
True.
Anyway, we went there and. But that was kind of a connection to Hollywood, even being in like small town, borderline rural New Brunswick, in
Right.
Moncton at Crystal Palace. And that was like, we felt like we had a direct connection to Hollywood because it was like releasing, it was releasing on the Friday. That's the thing. So my friends went on the Thursday, like, or something crazy, like Wednesday night and camped out. And then I met them and,
Did everybody go, hey, get to the back of the line?
I don't remember those
Buddy,
details.
you didn't camp?
What was your mom driving when she drove you? And what did she say when she dropped you off? But
No, but that's funny when we've all been in that position where you butt in line because
Yeah.
your friends were there. That's always a, like, oof,
totally.
totes.
Totes Malones. I know. Anytime someone's like, you never feel confident.
No,
Anytime
it's
someone's
true.
like, "Oh, come here, I saved your place," you're like, "Ugh," he's like slinking. You're like, "Oh, thank you." Anyway, but yeah, it was kind of like we felt like Hollywood was releasing this movie at midnight, and here we are on the East Coast in New Brunswick watching it. It just felt like we were just once from, and that just. You don't have that same feeling if if it comes out on demand and you're watching it at home. It's like, yeah, sure, the whole world.
Very true.
I don't know
No, very true.
what it is about it, but
I think I know. I have a theory.
go ahead.
I feel like everything has gotten too convenient, and that's part of the problem of many things in our modern day society.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when you actually make an effort to do something, you feel like it's more special. So if it's just going to be on your TV, whoop-de shit, right? But if you're actually going to go with a group of friends, it's very exciting, huge anticipation. The only way you can see it is by doing that. It's exciting.
It really is exciting.
But because now we have so much at home at our fingertips that people are just lazy and they're staying home. Plus, it's a pandemic. And it's probably going to take years before people ever get back to the way we were before this pandemic, where everybody's 100% comfortable being in a group.
yeah,
100%. Like, probably the margins are probably pretty thin at movie theaters. And they probably have to have a certain amount of numbers of people in the seats
I wonder
for them to make actual money. But then again, the food is so overpriced, so they must make a ton of money from that. But you need people.
I wonder if people will be afraid to gather. I don't know that they will. I don't know that they will. When we went to New Brunswick for a month and it was yellow, I went to some gathering and sharing drinks with. It was like.
Yeah, true.
It was no, as if there was no pandemic. People sharing joints and drinks and it was just like, oh, people do that here still. It felt really weird, but it was like,
But I wonder if it's because there's not a lot of cases, so people aren't as afraid as everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Rudy Giuliani has COVID-19.
I saw that.
Yeah, as he travels the country trying to overturn the election. It's so wild what's happening in the States. It's so crazy. It's yeah, there's no other word. It's just, and I mean, there's two different realities in the States. It's really bizarre. And I'm not going to get political or talk about it. I just want to comment how insane it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's nonstop in the news everywhere, so I won't bombard you with it, but it's just, yeah, Trump had a rally in Georgia on Saturday, and he's literally in a stadium with 20,000 people and saying, I've never lost an election in my life. We've won huge. And people are cheering. I'm like, this is so crazy. And then you're on Twitter, and you're seeing people go, Trump won huge. They're calling it a red tsunami. So literally half the country thinks Trump won by a landslide, and the other half accepts the reality that Biden is
so
the president.
weird.
It's so crazy, and both sides truly believe that. It's not like I'm going to say this just to drive the other side crazy. They truly believe that.
It's so weird.
Think about that.
And then
half of the country truly believes Trump won by not only one, historically by a landslide, and the other half believes the reality that he didn't. It's just.
But like, do you think, when we
crazy.
saw The Social Dilemma?
Yeah.
It makes you think. It makes me think of that documentary because
it's all echo chambers.
And when you watch that documentary, it's like social media has created very extreme wide divide between political ideologies.
Yeah.
But not only that, it makes you question what the truth is. Like here I go with my humble brag, but when I went to university, mass communication, it was a critical study of the media. Back then, the prof talked nonstop about, like, a lot of our classes were about questioning the truth and what are the motivations behind the truth and the bias of news and stuff like that. And it's more evident now. It's like whose interests are behind this quote unquote information, and what is real truth. And it's like worse now than ever. So you watch the news and it's like, is this even information, or is this just somebody's agenda being pushed forward? Hi, I'm Jen Grant. Mm-hmm. No, but it's true. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I know what I believe, but how do I know that that's the truve?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
although, I don't know. I am not I used to be a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not at all now. I'm just like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of because everything's a fucking conspiracy, and I just can't. I don't have the energy for it. So now I've changed. In my early 20s and stuff, I used to be all conspiracies, and now I'm just like, it's so.
I feel like we need, as a society, we need an anchor of truth, right? Like, what do we have if we don't feel like we have any source that we can believe in? What the fuck?
Yeah. Anyway.
No, but it's weird. It's weird. It's like, what is... And then Trump further made people question it, or, well, not everybody, but his followers, with fake news and all that. It's like...
Well, that's coming back to bite him in the ass a little bit, because there's a runoff election. There's 2 Senate seats in Georgia that will be decided in January, which will decide the power of the Senate. And the Republicans need to win one of those 2 seats to maintain power. They have power in the Senate. And if they do retain power in the Senate, Joe Biden's presidency will be a little bit different. He won't be able to do everything that he wants. But if the Democrats can flip that, then they'll... Anyway.
What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I don't know. The thing is, Trump has been saying it's rigged. They've been... I don't know who he talks about when he says they, but like he's the top guy. Anyway, but he says it's all rigged. And so now people are saying, why should... Republican voters are saying, why should we bother voting in January if it's all rigged? So it's actually hurting them. Because people are not going to turn out as much, they're saying. Anyway, it's a whole... Kerfuffle. Speaking of politics, a guy by the name of did you hear the name of the new president of Namibia?
No.
His name is Adolf Hitler.
No.
Adolf Hitler, yes.
No.
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the article here. I read this towards the end of last week. Hold on. If you Google it, Adolf Hitler was a local council election in Namibia. Adolf Hitler. Hold on. Namibia politician wins election, but why is he named after the Nazi Germany dictator? Adolf Hitler has insisted that he has no plans for world domination. Har har. A man named Adolf Hitler won a crushing victory in Namibian local election. Adolf Hitler won a seat as councillor. Following his election, Hitler... I'm just kind of skimming through the article here because I don't want to read the whole thing. Following his election, Hitler has insisted... It's so weird. Hitler has insisted that he has no connections to the Nazi ideology and no plans for world domination. I don't think anyone had thought that he was linked. Yeah, first of all, he's black, and in fact...
Okay.
Why is he called Adolf Hitler? Between 1885 and 1955, Namibia was a okay. Between 1885 and 1915, Namibia was a German colony. The country was known as German Southwest Africa during its years as colony before it was taken over by neighboring South Africa. I don't know. For which, all right, whatever. Despite moving on from German and South African rule, Germanic names are still widely used in the country. Indeed, there are German street names, German radio stations, while the name Adolf is relatively commonplace. Speaking to German news, Mr. Hitler explained that his father probably didn't understand what Adolf Hitler stood for.
How is that possible?
Well, I don't know. Maybe translation. I don't know.
You'd think that someone that evil
he probably
in history
didn't understand. That's funny.
But even the first name, like you'd think that someone that evil, no one would ever name anyone that name ever again, even the first name.
I know.
But then again, maybe Adolf in Germany is like Mike.
Makes
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it was like Mike Hitler.
Well, that's what they said, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean.
Yeah, but still you wouldn't know.
You'd never combine
if there was a dictator before. Anyway, it makes me feel better for having named our cat Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, funny. Sadi.
Sadi?
Yeah, that's his nickname. I went to school. You do question how people name their kids. Like, I went to school with a kid named Jerry Barry. Like, if your last name is Barry, why would you name your kid Jerry? Like, he was teased every day. And you know what I remember about Jerry Barry? Side note, we had a day where we were allowed to bring our pet into school.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was grade 5. And I brought in my hamsters.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Barry, the little shit, he fed my hamsters some donut. And they died.
He killed your hamster?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he fed him donuts. That was an angry boy because his name was Jerry Barry.
The politician has previously rejected discussing his name, a scolding request from the AFP news agency on Thursday. He said, "I'm not going to entertain the conversation. There's no reason we should be sitting here having an entire conversation about my name." Yeah, I think we should. Why can't we have an entire conversation about one of the most evil men to live in the 20th century? I mean, really? We're just going to gloss over the fact? Or change your name. You're a grown man. You had time.
Maybe now he's getting all this attention, though, so he likes it. Hey, I know I keep interrupting your story with my hamster story, but Eric just said maybe his name was, he just wrote Gerald, because maybe that was, but when you name your kid, don't you go, okay, well, they're going to shorten his name. What's it going to be? Like Gerald Barry sounds fine. But I don't know. If I was a parent, I'd sit there and go, okay, well, what are they going to shorten it to? And, okay, we're for sure going to be affectionately calling him something. So what's that going to be?
Maybe
Jerry.
Maybe they're...
Like your dad.
Gerald Barreled.
Gerald Perald.
Jerry Berry for short.
Yeah. Some names, you got to wonder. Like
Yeah. You gotta wonder.
Michael Hunt. Shorten that one. In your own heads, it's too early for me to do it.
Mike Hunt.
What
time is it?
It is 7:35.
7:35.
7:35 Eastern Standard Time.
Floyd Mayweather announced that he's gonna box
Yeah.
YouTuber Jake Paul.
Right.
Which,
Interesting.
is it interesting or is it an insult to boxing?
Well, who is this guy? What's the story behind this
He's
YouTuber?
a YouTuber.
Yeah, but is he a boxer?
No, he's a YouTuber. And
Everybody will just have to watch us.
it says reconnection successful. Anyway, maybe we won't go live. Sick of it.
Okay.
So anyway, but yeah, Floyd Mayweather, the greatest defensive boxer of all time, has accepted to fight Jake Paul. No, he's just like a fit YouTuber, and the other day I think he's boxed a couple times, like these charity celebrity boxing matches. But still, that's like someone doing an open mic at a pizza place, and then like 2 days later opening for Seinfeld because they're a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean? It's just such a. But isn't he gonna get Isn't he gonna lose so bad that he could actually risk getting hurt? I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. But I just find it's an insult to box. I mean, I'm not even a big boxing fan or anything like that. I just think imagine you've dedicated your entire life to it, working out for hours every day, and then all of a sudden this YouTuber just comes on and he's fighting the biggest boxers in the world, the biggest match. I don't know.
I just wonder if so I'm picturing a situation where somebody just comes out and wants to say you're in a comedy competition. Okay, you know when you're you'll be doing comedy and you've been doing it a long time, and then this new person will come out and do all this hacky shit that's not original, but the audience can't discern the difference between, they don't know. They're just they think it's hilarious, but it's all shit that's been done before, borderline stolen or hacky, obvious, basically doing essentially backflips. Okay, when I used to do the Seattle comedy competition, people would do that and then they would do really well, but it would be the hackiest, most unoriginal shit ever, pandering to the crowd. Mm-hmm. I wonder if the equivalent, could the equivalent happen in boxing, or is that impossible because it's a physical thing? Because that would be really frustrating. I've worked with comics before that use all these tricks and smoke and mirrors kind of thing, and they get all this reaction, and then I don't do that, and maybe I would get not quite the same reaction just because it's pandering or hacky. So I wonder if it's that would drive me crazy. Yeah. So I see your angle on that. But could somebody pull something like that off with a physical sport like that?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, I mean.
So he could win against him by.
Well, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
He's not supposed to. He shouldn't.
Because
But I guess odds. I mean, he probably. It's possible, but on paper, he shouldn't. Mm-hmm. Again, Floyd Mayweather, who's dedicated his whole life to the,
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. What?
I could hear some kind of a. It sounded like the beginning of the show.
Oh yeah, whoops! I did. Whoops.
I was wondering, is this the new start to Daily Dose?
Daily Dose, Daily Dose. Get the news from coast to coast. Daily Dose, Daily Dose. All your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
And here's your Daily Dose for Monday, December 7th. And like always, you can depend on me for the hardest hitting news. You ready for the story?
Yeah.
It's very lighthearted, guys. A Canadian invented pizza has been deemed the most popular pizza in the U.S. for 2020, according to an annual report from food delivery app Grubhub.
What is it? The Canadian? The Hamburg bacon? What is it?
Well, that's what I want you to guess.
Hamburg bacon mushroom, the Canadian. Isn't that the Canadian?
No, you're thinking of the combination?
I don't know.
Combination pizza?
What's
Pepperoni, mushroom, and green pepper? That's not the one.
No, that's not what I was
Do
thinking.
you have one more guess?
Bacon, Hamburg, pepperoni.
No, it's Hawaiian.
Oh, that's Canadian invented?
Apparently, but there are a lot of some people are saying that's not true, but it says Grubhub's Taste of 2020 report has crowned Hawaiian pizza as America's favorite pizza after finding the pie was 689% more popular than last year. Weird.
Hawaiian.
Do you like Hawaiian?
I love Hawaiian. People, this is a controversial
Yeah, it
topic.
is.
People say it's not pizza. I love Hawaiian pizza. Ham and pineapple, yum, yum.
Yeah.
Actually, as a kid, I was a fussy, picky eater, and my first foray into eating like pizza was Hawaiian. I would eat Hawaiian. Yeah, I love Hawaiian. Who doesn't?
You know, I'd like it, but it wouldn't be my top pick.
It would be up there. Just to switch things up, if you were to tell me 3 pizzas, I'd say, what is the Canadian, by the way? I think I had that.
You know what? I have to say, I don't like it when the chunks of pineapple are too big because then that's all you notice. It needs to be very small pieces so that it just makes it kind of like that light sort of hint of refreshing pineapple. But if it's too much,
Yeah, okay.
Do you
I
agree
know.
with that?
Yes, but I find that nowadays, mostly when you get Hawaiian, it's small chunks of pineapple.
Oh, okay.
The Canadian in toppings are bacon, pepperoni, and mushroom. I think I said bacon, Hamburg, mushroom.
Yeah.
But
Hamburg.
yeah, I love Hawaiian.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, wow. Look at you, really owning it. So what would be your first pick for pizza?
I would say Canadian. I love Canadian. The
Pepperoni, bacon, and
mushroom.
mushrooms?
Oh, so good. From back home, Norm's Pizza, the Canadian.
Is it delicious? Norm.
Yes.
Norm.
So good.
I wonder who Norm is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think he's dead now.
Aw. Just kidding. I'm sad, but my favorite pizza, do you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
I used to work at this restaurant that still exists I know what it is.
The
market in Ottawa. Tell me what it is.
It's margarita. Really plain?
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
Go ahead. Just plain what?
I don't know. Really plain with basil leaves and pesto and...
Close.
What is it?
So it's pesto, but no, basil's in pesto. So it's basil, no tomato sauce. So basil, fresh diced tomato, goat cheese, and grilled chicken.
That's your favorite pizza?
It's so delicious.
To me, that's more offensive than a Hawaiian.
Ah!
That's less of a pizza.
No, that combination is so delicious. It's called the Firenze at Mama Grazzi's, if anybody ever wants to go and try it. I don't know if Mama Grazzi's is still good, but I used to serve there. And when I worked there, the chef there was insanely good. I learned so much cooking because of him. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway, homemade crust, and I don't know if it's still good though, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, I digress. I do like a standard pepperoni, mushroom, green pepper.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Love it.
And green olives are really good on a pizza too, and onion.
Mm-hmm.
Onion. I think that's a really good quote. Comment below if you're watching right now. What is your favorite pizza?
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's all hard-hitted. It says here the hard-hitting stuff, I should say. The Associated Press previously noted that some suggest that pineapple pizza was invented in Australia. Whoa, controversial again. While others say it evolved from a German dish of ham, cheese, and pineapple on toast. Toast. Well, that's pretty much like pizza.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. So some Canadians who applied for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, also known as CERB, are being asked to repay the entire sum by December 31st because of one word that was never mentioned in the original application. Can you guess what that is? Can you guess? Because I wasn't sure. And then I was like, oh, I wonder where this is going.
Some people are asked to repay all of their CERB
Yeah.
by December 31st because of what?
The
A word?
missing word in there.
From who? From
Like a term from the government that said how you qualify, like what's missing. The misunderstanding, basically, they left something out. Can you imagine what it was?
No.
So it's because there's a part in it where it says you have to have made $5,000.
Yeah.
And the word that was missing was net versus gross.
Oh, fuck. So some people that made less is the government really going to come after people that made less than $5,000?
I know.
What the fuck is wrong with the government?
I don't know. It's a tough call because
But
you gotta look at the
where they're going to
circumstances,
try
though.
that's where they're going to try to make their money.
I know, it's true. Especially if it's only a matter of like, a few $100s.
It
Like,
would
come
be
on.
just a few $100 on
true.
$5,000, the difference
Yeah.
between gross and net. So they're going to
That's
come
true.
after people that made like $4,799.
The only thing is, Jules, that like if you think about it, I know I agree. Okay, I agree on both sides because a lot of people are like, Canadian government's too soft. They give out handouts to people too much, and people take advantage of the situation. Now, I believe that there are many people, there is a good chunk there that are honest and just trying to get their shit together. Then I do also believe that there's some people that are taking advantage of the system, just like in every situation. So they should treat every situation separately, like different. They
Yeah,
should
but
take
because
into
of that
account
word
everything.
is missing, wouldn't people be able to appeal that?
Well, that's the thing. They're getting some attention here, but there's an accountant here that's saying like that's what income means. It's not. Why would it be gross? Because that's not your income. It needs to be the net after you've paid your taxes and everything.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Income means. So they're just saying that like this is inherent in that. But there's a lot of people that are very upset about it.
That's
It
crazy.
says here that there's this guy who owns a theater supply company based in Kitchener. If it wasn't for CERB, he said he would have shut down his business 6 months ago rather than dip into his savings to keep things going. Originally, this guy who owns this business wasn't sure he qualified for CERB. One of his employees stole from the business last year, and he had to write off $12,000, which significantly knocked down his 2019 income. See, there are factors, there's factors that come to play here. Between him and his wife, they each brought in more than $5,000 gross income last year, but just under $5,000 net income. Man, that would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. How do people even survive on that much money? So I think it's a case-by-case basis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's funny because two of the things you talked about today, the fight and Rudy Giuliani having COVID, was part of my daily dose. So that's a short daily dose for today. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wowee.
By the way, we're not live anymore, so we're just doing this for the audio listeners.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, we should probably just record it. Not live anymore.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All the
coast.
news and headlines from Jen Grant.
Yeah.
oh no, yeah, we are still live, I guess. Oh yeah, we are still live. Whoops. It's just because it said I got my Restream report midway because it cut out. I just got an email saying like, here's your Restream report, and you usually get that at the end. So, but anyway, here we are. We're still here. We're live. Thanks for
Yay.
watching, everybody. We are
Yes.
live on YouTube and whatever, everywhere,
Yeah, I sure do.
Let me. So yeah, I am standing today. You didn't hear this. I was saying this off the top, so it's a little weird to go on the computer. But let me put this. I think I have more stamina when I'm standing.
Standema.
Standima, huh?
Nothing? I'm working my magic over here.
What was I doing? Oh yeah.
We're not sure.
Pre-show
we're
song,
go-
of course, Mike
yeah.
Plume. Mike Plume from 830 Newfoundland is their Mike Plume band, the 830 Newfoundland album. The song was Junior. Check that out. What were you going to say?
Just a reminder to everyone that we weren't able to come live on Friday, but we're going to have Sandy Harmer on this Friday. So I'll remind people throughout the week so they remember, but she's a medium. She's really interesting.
We've interviewed her before to great success, so look for that on Friday.
Yeah.
And I should say this also. This episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant is brought to you once again by Gringo's Blazing Sauces. Do yourself a favor, go to gringosblazingsauces.com for the best hot sauces, salsas, charcuterie jellies, grilling and barbecue sauces out there. Trust us, we're pepperheads, we know.
We sure do.
Ottawa-based. They ship all over North America. Chef-owned. The chef-owned and they... way on down. They use nothing but only the freshest hand-selected ingredients. gringosblazingsauces.com. They ship all over North America, and if you live in Canada and order over $40, you get free shipping on that. Free shipping. On top of that, globally, listeners of this program get an additional 5% off by entering promo code JD5 at checkout. You get 5% off. So if you're in Canada and order over $40, you get 5% and free shipping. Look at that. Do it. Go to gringosblazingsauces.com. Do it.
Also, you know what? It feels so good to support a small company like that. Like if
Really does.
if you guys met Doug, you'd know like he's so passionate. And you know when you meet someone who has a company and
He's
you're just
great.
like, "Oh my god, I just want to support this so we can keep it going." Like so many big companies where they've lost that connection with being like really giving a shit like about their product. He really cares. It's so good.
What?
I hope we get ours soon because I can't handle not having Venus Rising.
I know. What movies did we watch this week? Didn't we watch a couple movies?
What did we watch? Well, Mrs. Maisel. We just finished that.
That's a great show.
I don't know. Don't remember any movie. Oh yeah, we saw something last week, didn't we?
Oh, we saw a couple depressing movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Addiction.
Hillbilly Elegy?
Yeah, it's good.
Hillbilly Elegy and what was the other one?
Oof. It was about addiction as well. Remember?
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Man,
Anyway.
I don't remember. I could look it up. Was it Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
I'll just look.
Thanks for watching. We've been Jen and Julien. We'll be back tomorrow, but for now we're going to sign off and remind you to go watch your favorite movies in the theater if you don't want to see them. Nope.
Nope. You're not into it?
Not at all. It's really forced.
Okay, I'm gonna find this here. Yeah, that's right. He was in a family. He was a family. He was the dad and he was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He was so good in it. Oh my god. Hey? He's so awesome. Isn't he good?
Yeah, he was really good.
Oh my god.
All right.
I gotta find it. What the hell is it? Has anyone seen it? It's on Netflix. Woody Harrelson.
Harls? Is that how you say it?
Harrelson? Whatever.
Woody Harrelson?
What the hell is that movie?
Anyway, that's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Jenny,
Bug me.
come back tomorrow. Here, let me look it up.
Why can't I find it? Harrelson.
Probably because you're spelling it Harrelson.
Shut up. Who else is in it?
Don't tell me nothing I don't need to know.
Yeah, come on.
Don't take me nowhere I don't need to go. I got a head like
What? I don't know what that movie is. Oh, Glass Castle.
That's it.
Ugh. All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. We'll be back tomorrow. We're live Mondays through Fridays on YouTube at 7 a.m. Also available on demand wherever you get your podcasts, which today, if you're listening on the podcast, there's no interruption. But on the feed, it's choppy, cut out. Don't know why, but we'll figure it out. We love you.
Yeah.
Jen, I love you.
Love you.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate it. Enjoy your day. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, watch your head.
Bye, guys.
Waste of time. Waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Wandering eyes and itchy feet. I'm just a thin, nervous shadow walking backwards down the street. The landing is bitter, but the falling is oh so sweet. It's just a waste of time, a beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. The whole world wants a piece of my head, but they all get a piece of my mind instead. I roll over and go back to bed. It's such a beautiful waste of time. A waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time.